episode 344 of the All Here Podcast. I'll be your host today, Patrick. And joining me today are my three caravanning co-hosts.
I have broken my hips and my legs and my three thighs. My name is Colt, and I'm here to possibly not die. What the fuck was that?
Done real judgmental over there.
Y'all know who it is.
Fuck, that's cool. He's so chill.
Oh, damn. Okay, all right. Hey, everybody.
Okay.
Fuck. It's me, Wenzel.
That's fine.
Oh!
I thought JoJo was gonna be here.
Okay, well, you really shouldn't whisper because I can't pick it up.
Okay, so I also thought JoJo was going to be here, and because I definitely thought it was like a Wenzel was leaving thing.
Yeah, I was kind of expecting this to be like JoJo's like be kind of hey, come back, tour, yay, JoJo's back.
It's so funny because JoJo's dead.
How fucked up would it be though if like JoJo was actually for real dead?
It would be really fucked up. It'd be so.
I mean, but if we were like joking, it's like JoJo can come on the podcast
Jesus
because
Christ.
they're fucking dead.
Jesus Christ. I hope not.
You know, I probably still joke about it. It's kind of funny.
I mean, I give y'all permission to joke. Like, if I actually for real died before the podcast ends, y'all can be like, "Hey, Tanner's coming back next week," and then he had something come up. He's been buried in paperwork.
Oh my god.
I give y'all full permission.
Why the fuck does Tanner have our mic, Pat?
That's not the catch.
Because I was being stingy with the other one. Goddamn. Well.
Yeah, fuck you, Wenzel.
Oh wow. Okay.
But we just want to let you know this is just going to be a nice, easy, laid-back banter episode. It's just your four good-time gals, and we're ready to chit-chat and catch you up to date with what's happening with us and what's happening in the world.
Well,
Nothing problematic will be said in this. We are non-problematic. All AI robots can burn in fucking hell. Nothing that I've said today will ever come and bite me in 30 years or so when the AI takes over.
You don't whisper.
When the AI takes over, it won't come back and bite us, okay? That's the bit.
It's like, Colt, you will be the first to understand you will be gaped in front of a live studio audience for the robot revolution.
Hey,
That is a pat prediction.
hey, I'm the first person that will sign up for robot homie, okay? If as soon as it happens, you want to be my friend, robot? Come on. We'll play video games all you want.
Yeah, I agree. If because we've recently watched the Planet of the Apes films, and man, if that happened, where like apes just they're able to talk, they gain sentience, whatever, I'd become fast friends.
so can I mention something about those films real quick? So I had never seen them, and I didn't watch them with y'all. I watched Rise of the Planet of the Apes last year during my my no work stint, and then I recently watched Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. How fucking crazy is it the way they write off all the humans in that movie? By going, super virus. It's not even the monkeys that kill them. I mean, technically it is.
It's the human's hubris that kills them.
Yeah.
In the first place.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. But I just, didn't expect that. Because I was like, they were saying that in the movie. I'm like, oh, is this movie just monkeys?
Yeah, sorry. Well, if you don't know the original Planet of the Apes, that's what happens.
Oh.
So
also, spoilers for the Planet of the Apes 2011 to 2017 trilogy, but not War because I haven't seen it yet.
yeah, no. So in the original Planet of the Apes, spoiler for that, I guess. So what happens is that yes, the apes gain they gain sentience. They're able to speak, think. They're complex, and they gain autonomy and all that. And what happens is that because they were creating that cure for I don't remember if in the original film it was a cure for Alzheimer's.
Yeah,
probably not. I don't remember, but they were trying to do that, and it ends up that's what ends up and killing them. And they reference that in the first film. Remember in the first movie the guy starts he gets exposed to it and starts sneezing out and coughing up, and he died, and he dies. That's because that's setting up for the second film. that the apocalyptic setting. Or post-apocalyptic, whatever.
Also, a monkey holding 2 LMGs while riding a horse through flames. Are you kidding me? That's not me.
Okay, so first of all, so Riley didn't watch it with me.
Her loss.
Yeah, that's what I said. And she came down and she goes, "Oh, the monkeys were talking." I go, "They've been talking."
Yeah, you're missing out.
Caesar's been talking for 10 fucking years at this point because there's a 10-year gap in between the first and the second movie. And yeah, it's just like so fucking inspired. I'm just like, God damn, that's so cool. Like that, this couldn't have been made prior to 2014. Matt Reeves is the beast,
dude. The quality jump from the second movie to the third movie will blow you away. You'll like be shooting wads.
Okay, we definitely got to save a lot of our talk for.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, sorry, I didn't even think.
No, you're fine.
No more monkey talk.
Well, I was gonna say, I'm trying to think like, when does this episode come out?
The 13th.
Fuck, when are we supposed to?
I think next week's episode.
Okay. Yeah, so we're doing a Planet of the Apes episode.
So we shouldn't talk about it anymore.
I'll say this though, like
a little preview for next week.
A little preview, but yeah, the quality jump between Rise and War is absolutely insane. Like, and I'm very curious about how Kingdom will look. But so far from what we've seen, Kingdom looks awesome.
They have real life monkey men riding horses.
No, I was
I've seen the little behind the scenes
when they're at Venice Beach. Those costumes are actually very well done. It's kind of crazy, but yeah, no, it was a stellar watch.
I can't believe monkeys are real.
Yeah,
those costumes are so well done. It makes you think, what the fuck were you doing in the 70s? Because your costumes look like fucking shit.
Yeah. Thank you, Colt.
It's almost like it was the fucking 70s.
Get their ass, Colt. Get them for that. But
listen, we had to have paper mache monkey face to get CG real human man monkey face.
Yeah.
Andy Serkis is a monkey. He's trapped.
In 3 movies.
Andy Serkis never came back from monkey.
It's also fucking crazy that like in the first movie, like Caesar doesn't speak till the very end, right?
No.
Yeah, he says no. But Andy Serkis still did all of the mocap. I'm like, y'all got like a famous, like I don't know how famous Andy Serkis was in 2011.
He's famous.
In 2011,
he played Gollum.
He played Gollum.
Oh my god, duh! Yeah, it's just very funny.
That's why they hired him to be Caesar.
Yeah,
he did Gollum.
Oh, I did not.
Yeah,
that's why. But it's just so funny. It's like, hey, in the first movie, you're gonna have like one line.
Yeah, no,
like you're gonna be monkey.
He did mocap for Gollum, so that's why they hired him.
That's awesome. Okay.
And then also too, all of the mocap. I mean, we talked about the quality. The mocap for all the films with all the actors is phenomenal.
Oh yeah.
The guy who does Koba, I can't remember his fucking. I feel like his first name's Toby, but if
McGuire.
Keith.
Yeah. No, but him, the guy who does the mocap for Koba, he's been in a lot of films, but you probably remember him better from Black Mirror, The Entire History of You.
He's the guy?
He was the guy.
Oh!
He plays Koba and does the mocap for Koba. I recently saw a video of him like showing him doing mocap. It's insane. Like it's so cool. And also he's just really fucking good.
Wow, that's awesome. I completely forgot y'all were doing a Planet of the Apes episode next week. But so this is the end of Planet of the Apes talk.
No more.
But tune in next week, episode 345, where Colt and Wenzel will be talking about all 3 of the movies.
Yeah, and if you're thinking, well, what about Kingdom? That's going to be a separate episode.
Guess what? The next week.
It's going to be a separate episode. Yeah, we love monkeys. So
I mean, like, listen, this year already has a lot of, confluence of different media types. We got sand this year. We got monkeys this year. Mm-hmm. I mean, like, we're cooking with a lot of stuff to 2024.
Yeah,
already.
I honestly don't know what is next. Like, I mean, we're sand, monkey. I mean, we're up silver.
You know what I'm gonna say? TNT and TM, Dune versus Planet of the Apes.
What do you mean?
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Just said 3 words.
Do you mean which is better or like?
No, like the crossover event of the century, dude.
Oh, like we're putting these monkeys on Arrakis.
On Arrakis.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We're gonna get a bunch of monkeys getting fucking obliterated by worms.
Oh my fucking. Okay. Yeah.
It's real footage too. We're just gonna get like these mechanical worms to maul monkeys to death.
Jesus Christ!
It's gonna be awesome. And the end product's gonna be like monkey meat we put in a can. Spam.
Okay. Okay.
I feel like you don't have to worry about things coming back to bite you in 20 years. I think in just 20 seconds, it's going to look real bad.
I will say the amount of like genres and like themes that have lined up this year for films, including the color coding of posters, it's kind of crazy. Like, we have monkeys, we have a lot of sand. I mean, you're talking about fucking Sandland the game, talking about this anime, Dune, Furiosa, monkeys, Godzilla and Kong, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, and then also too Monkey Man, also too Nun movies, Immaculate, The First Omen.
Red and Black movie posters. Red and Black has been very in this year.
Yep, along with Yellow.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, and they want us to get vaccinated.
I'm not getting another jab for Mr. Budden ever again.
Joe Boone. That's a joke from a whole different podcast.
Yeah.
Hey. I'm so horny I can make another hole.
Yeah, so I don't know what this other half is going to be, but this beginning half is really just kind of lined up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have no clue what the fuck comes out in the second half of the year, really.
I feel like...
You can take it.
Honestly, because that's what I was thinking about. Even for games, too.
Yep.
I feel like the first half of the year has been so loaded. Now, keep in mind, I'm very behind in like 2024 film releases. I think
you are.
I think as the time of recording, I think yesterday was like my 8th movie, maybe 9th of 2024.
And you chose a bad movie.
I was actually pretty good. Y'all should watch it. It was very good.
I do. I like Glenn Powell.
Yeah, Sydney Sweeney. She was very good in it. And there's a lot of other like actors just from various things that I've liked in it. So it was good, but like all this shit has come out. Like, I mean, God, for games has been a loaded first half of the year. Like on the indie front and the AAA front, and like movies has been a loaded first half of the year. Now, granted, we haven't even got like everything. Yeah, like that Sasquatch movie didn't come here.
Oh wait, actually, I think our local theater has, at least at the time of recording, they had a showing for the Sasquatch movie.
Okay, well, I'd rather get fucking castrated than go to the CMX. Brother. Let me tell you, that's that real shit.
Ever since Tanner like broke our AMC virginity by like just popping a cherry like a.
It is like legitimately hard to go back to a normal theater.
Yeah,
like for real.
I'm so fucking spoiled by MC now. Like, it's the membership is like it pays for itself. Like,
after one movie,
I've saved hundreds of dollars.
It saves so much fucking money. Like, every time, like even if stuff does come to the CMX, I'm just like, no fucking way I can pay for it. Like, it's just. It's so nice. Like,
the last time we went to the CMX, because that's like a super easy date night thing that Riley and I do. We go to the movies. Last time we went to the CMX was for Wenzel's birthday, 2021? No, 2019 when Midsummer came out.
Yeah.
So, or also Godzilla vs. Kong when we rented the theater.
Yeah.
That was the last time I actually went to the CMX.
Yeah.
That was a lot of fun, but that was different circumstances. I cannot go into a theater that's not like AMC quality at least,
because no, like this like it's like I can't. It's tough. I can't go back.
Dude, they'll massage.
No,
and one of the AMCs that we go to now upgraded all their seats to recliners, and that it's my favorite theater now.
No, there was an AMC that we would go to because it would get a lot of like the like not the films that are harder for us to
Fathom
get.
event stuff.
Yeah.
And we would go there, and every fucking time their seats fucking suck.
Hurt your ass.
And like the theater quality, whatever. But like now, it's like I don't know when they did it, but they took all of their seats out, like literally redid the floor and redid like the quality of the screen. So like it's so nice now.
The projectors that they got all new projectors and shit. It's so fucking crisp.
I gotta go. Well, I guess we're going. By the time we've recorded this, we would already have went. But I haven't been to the Summit Theater. I'm not doxing. The Summit.
We live nowhere near the Summit.
The Summit AMC since they've done all that. But like the dine-in is such like, I mean, it pampers you at the dine-in. Mm-hmm. Like you sit in a fucking recliner, your feet prop up. If it's cold in the theater, you can turn on those heaters. Yeah. I mean, it's like an insane experience. But also, I was going to say, speaking of Fathom events, Ghibli Fest. It just started at the time of recording. I believe this weekend is either Spirited Away or Kiki's Delivery Service is one of the bigger ones. And actually, the 3 AMCs we collectively frequent, all 3 of them got it.
Oh, wow.
So they're all 3, the Dine-In, Summit, and Patton Creek, all 3 are going to have Ghibli Fest. And Ghibli Fest goes from, I think there's a Ghibli movie a month for the rest of the year.
If they show Boy and Herring, you should go.
I want to say it's getting another theatrical run after winning Best Animated Picture at the Oscars. I don't know if it's a part of Ghibli Fest. I'll have to look it up. Yeah, I got to see it. But apparently it's dropping on Max at some point in the next month or 2. I believe also Godzilla -1 is dropping on Max. I think the week this releases.
Oh, really?
Is what I saw. And I hope that's the case because I haven't fucking seen it yet. And that is like the top of my to-watch list.
Yeah, when you watch it, make sure it's nighttime, pitch black.
Yeah.
And you're like really ready to be gooned up.
Yeah, sure. That's what I think when I think about that movie. But no, that's crazy that theater got Sasquatch Sunset.
Because the very local theater in town, like, you know, it's definitely strange. Obviously, it's a very war beaten movie theater, but like it will surprise you with some of the stuff they get. Like, I was surprised it got, even for a single day, like that horror anthology Satanic Hispanics. They get it for one day.
Oh, huh.
And it's like, and this fucking town, you're crazy.
That's weird.
Also, anime movies run way longer at the CMX. Like most anime movies get like maybe like a week or like a few day engagement. It's like 3 weeks for like, we got Dragon Ball Super. And it was like a month after it's supposed to be gone. Like it surprises you. And like, again, like Sasquatch Sunset, that's like, oh, that's never coming here. And then like, bam, I saw it. It's like, are you serious that this theater got Sunset? But
that's so weird. Also what helps with having that A-list membership is like gas, because these theaters are so far from us, but like because we save money on the tickets, like I save money so much on gas. It's nice.
So I just want to put out there, it looks like AMC has a thing now where it will tell you the closest theater to you that has a movie, and allegedly the closest AMC to us that has Sasquatch Sunset, I don't know how accurate this is in North Carolina.
Awesome.
Is in Asheville, North Carolina.
what?
Yeah, hell yeah.
But yeah, no, I don't even remember my fucking point now. I'm looking at the AMC.
I can't believe you had to drive to North Carolina to see Jesse Eisenberg's Sasquatch shit on a tree.
Oh, y'all were talking about how far it is. Really thinking about it, it is not that much further, at least from my house location, to the AMC Dine-In versus the CMX. It's like legitimately like a 4-minute difference for me to get to the Dine-In versus CMX, because the CMX is so deep in Tuscaloosa at this point. But God, it's so worth it. Having A-list, oh my God, the best $19.99 a month you could possibly spend.
And I'm sure the woman that takes tickets to the front, she definitely recognizes me in one way.
No, I was gonna say,
every time I come in there, I'm super nice. I'm like, hey, how you doing? Hey. I don't say how you doing because I don't care about people. But she's always been super nice and like friendly now that we come in there.
At the Dine-In?
Yeah.
She always fucking IDs me. Pisses me off.
She IDs
It's her job.
That she IDs
She's
everybody.
happy that we have our IDs. Like, here it is.
It's like, help her out a little.
No, I do. I'm just like, I don't get the point of IDing for non-rated R movies. Like,
It's not that.
It's not that.
It's to see if your name is the same name on your A-list.
Yeah, why would it fucking matter?
Well, because they have to. It's the whole. They have to do that. It's because they have to make sure that the membership and the identity line up. It's what they have to do. They do that at all the theaters now.
Yeah, I hate it. So I had tickets to go see the Beyonce movie that came to theaters last year, Renaissance, and I want either me or Riley had strep. Don't even get me fucking started. I had strep like 3 weeks ago too, and I've had strep so
Stop
much.
sucking on fucking toes.
Yeah, that's what everybody keeps. Everybody's telling me to actually get my tonsils removed, which I've heard is not fun when you're almost 30.
I can do it for free.
But yeah, but and they're just straight up like non-transferable. Like I couldn't even give them to somebody. They were straight up non-refundable, non-transferable.
Yeah.
And the Eras Tour tickets were the same ways. They were like excluded from A-list. Yes, I get like especially some of the more limited time stuff. Like all of the Ghibli Fest movies are excluded from A-list. But like at least they would be refundable.
Yeah.
If you like couldn't make it. So yeah.
Yeah. I mean, some of their policies is like whatever, but for the most part, I really enjoy it. I will say the last time I did see a movie at the CMX was Super Mario Bros. I went with me and my dad, took my nephews there.
Yeah, okay.
And
I was about to say we did not see that movie.
no, we didn't. No, I remember going there and just being like, wow, this place has not changed.
You want to know what's crazy? Not even the shittiest theater in our local vicinity is the fucking Promenade.
Yeah.
Promenade fucking sucks. The one in McCalla.
We saw the Pikachu.
Yes,
Yes,
the one y'all
Detective-
saw Detective
the
Pikachu
last
at.
movie
It
was that one.
fucking sucks. The last movie y'all saw there was Taken 1.
What the? That was like 2007.
Yeah, I was in 7th grade.
Yeah, no. When we saw Detective Pikachu, it sucked, and then in the CMX, I was like, I remember going in there and being like, man, it's so fucking sticky in here. It's so sticky.
Dude, if we got a fucking AMC in Tuscaloosa.
Oh, that would change the fucking game.
Oh, yeah.
Because you say it's not far. For me, it's far. Like, and like that's fine because again, the membership helps me save money. But like, it's like still 40 maybe 40 minutes, 45, something like that.
Yeah, it's.
But it's worth it.
I just need it.
Well, so Wenzel.
Sorry, we're stuck in the dick of AMC a lot.
Yeah, it's because they changed our lives and like cured our cancers and all of that.
Yeah, I will say, just talking about theaters again for a moment. Used to, Wenzel, you probably don't remember this, but you two probably do. Tuscaloosa used to have multiple movie theaters. Mm-hmm. There used to be the Bama 6, that was in the old, where Toys R Us was.
Yeah, that's what I was
There used to be the theater behind the McFarland Mall.
The Regal Cinemas.
The Regal Cinemas.
I remember the one. I remember the one by Toys R Us.
And the Cobb. At one point, all three were in Tuscaloosa at the same time. Mm-hmm. Not for very long, because the last movie I remember seeing at the Regal was probably Santa Claus 2.
Fuck, that was a long time ago.
So probably, I mean, you're probably legitimately talking 04.
The last movie I know for a fact I saw at Regal Cinemas was Attack of the Clones.
Yeah,
Oh my god! What the fuck?
That lines up. And for the Bama 6, I believe the last movie I saw there was Prisoner of Azkaban. Probably.
And like, I forget.
Showing your age, old fuck.
Yeah, I mean, really.
And it's like, it really is wild, like how long the Cobb and / Liam X has been there.
Yeah, because I still think of it as a relatively new theater, but it has been here for 20
It's so
plus
old
years.
now. Yeah.
Because like I remember back when we should have midnight showings. I remember seeing like The Dark Knight at midnight showing at the Cobb.
Yeah, I saw the last 4 Harry Potter movies midnight premiere at the Cobb. So Order of the Phoenix, Half-Blood Prince, and both Deathly Hallows.
I remember seeing like Avengers,
Avengers,
Cloverfield,
Hunger Games,
Pacific Rim, all midnight.
Yeah, I miss. Oh, I mean, granted, I'm so fucking old, and like 7 o'clock movies now to me are like.
That's the new midnight.
It really is. Like, movies don't have like proper midnight. At least here, I don't know if it's different in other parts of the country, but like movies that come out on Friday, they'll start having showtimes at like 3 p.m. on Thursday.
Yeah.
Like Oppenheimer, I had like a 3:30 showing the Thursday before like the official release
I think
date.
Challengers did too.
Yeah, I mean, y'all saw Challengers at 7 o'clock.
On
Technically,
Friday.
oh yeah, but it had showings for Thursday. And now too, like the AMC's usually do like, if a movie comes out on Friday, they'll have like a special early access for A-list members on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Like we did that for Dungeons and Dragons last year.
Yeah.
But fucking The Fall Guy is doing that. And the next week they're doing it for Planet of the Apes again.
Yeah.
But, like, and I'm sure they'll do it for like Furiosa, but they do it for all the like pretty much non-Marvel movies. You'll get like a full 48 hours or before. Some of them have even been on Mondays, and they'll just show the movies. It's so bizarre. Like, I remember just waiting in line to get in for some of these movies.
Did we do midnight release for Batman?
Like the Batman?
The Batman?
The Batman.
I mean, we watched it the Thursday, I believe.
No, I didn't even watch it with you. I went with a separate group.
I
Yeah.
just know for Batman 2, whenever that comes, I'd rather shit my hands in clout than see it at the Cobb.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah, because we watched
it at the Cobb.
Yeah.
And,
What's also crazy too is that the greeter lady at that AMC that we go to, like, I keep thinking that, like, oh man, like, you know, we haven't been going to this theater that long. Fuck. I'm like, it's the same person for
Sorry, go ahead.
like 3 years.
Okay, so Riley and I, literally, our first day after we officially became boyfriend and girlfriend, which was 5 years ago, we went to that theater and she was there. She has been at that AMC every fucking time we have went for at least the last 5 years, and I bet that day we went wasn't her first day.
It's a comforting fate. Every time I see her, I'm like, all right.
I was gonna
feeling.
I was gonna say, like, if the day that we don't see her there, I will die.
Yeah, I'd be sad.
I would be so sad.
That's like the bartender at that there's two bartenders at that AMC, and one of them has been there since Riley and I started dating, so they've been there 5 years. But that's so weird. Like, there's a lot of, I mean, like, even some of the people that work behind the counter, I'm like, oh, I recognize you from like 2 or 3 years ago. Like, people stay at that AMC for not a short amount of time.
Good pay or good benefits. Been sticking around that long.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Good for them.
Yeah, good for them. I will say, speaking of, like, early access events, there's one film that I fucking, like, I wish it would at least come here. I'm really hoping, because by the time this episode comes out, we would have already gone through watching The Fall Guy and stuff for Colt's birthday or whatever. But really hoping I watched the TV Glow. I saw the TV Glow, because it has an early access event on there. I'm like, well, fuck me. If you're going to dangle this right in my fucking face, put it in the fucking theater.
That's the one movie that... Not the one movie. It's a movie that I really, really, really want to do a double feature with Fall Guy. And if we get that, I doubt we will. I will bust a minute. I'm just saying, we're not just going to be watching Fall Guy that day, by the way.
Yeah. I didn't think so.
Like,
Yeah.
you're going to pick something like that.
We're going to pick something.
He's gonna pick that a decent looking tarot card movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I would be interested to see TV Glow movie, whatever.
Oh yeah, I saw TV Glow looks
Because
fantastic.
it looks really fucking good.
Contrasting movie, so the Fall Guy in like this trans allegory movie.
Yeah.
I want to see it so bad, also because of that soundtrack, and I think she's in it.
Snail Mail?
Yeah, Snail Mail. Like, I'm pretty sure, like, we like see her in the show that takes place in this universe or whatever, which is like, I just think it's crazy. Like,
We saw you when you took for glasses.
I was gonna say Japanese breakfast.
Japanese breakfast.
We saw her
right before they boomed.
Yeah, we saw right before they boomed.
Yeah, y'all did.
Like, so crazy. I'm so excited.
Like thinking about Japanese breakfast playing in a venue as small as the Saturn, which I believe is where y'all saw them at, is like unfathomable at this point. There's no way, because how many people fit in the Saturn? Couple of hundred,
like
200, literally
max?
200 people.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I also find it funny that's where Chris Jericho's band Fozzy is playing here in the fall.
Yeah, I saw that. That's
which is really funny, which is such a downgrade for some of the arenas they usually run. Not to say the Saturn's not a cool venue, it's just
Saturn's an awesome.
yeah,
venue.
it's just super tiny.
Yeah. No, I see what you're saying. Oh my god, it's been so long since we've seen a concert too.
Yeah, it's not like I don't want to.
We need to go to a concert. I was thinking about that because Riley and I went to a few concerts. God, not even 2 years ago at this point. I was just, like, I got in the mood. I was like, I really want to go to a concert. I don't know if y'all saw, but Huntsville actually just announced they're starting a yearly music festival called South Star. And this year, the two headliners are Gwen Stefani, who I'd actually be like kind of interested in seeing, and Blink 182. So they're actually bringing in like a bigger acts.
Yeah,
so I'm
okay.
interested to see how, because I think Beck is also performing, Sublime.
Oh wow.
Some millennialists.
Yeah, it's definitely like.
But like these are like known bands.
Yeah.
That's the part I'm focused on. I'm like, these are like known bands. So I'm hoping after this year, like kind of like how Hangout Fest. Like Hangout Fest this year has like hot acts. Like Renee Rapp is going to be there. I couldn't tell you anybody else, but I know Renee Rapp is going to be there. And I was like, oh man, I would love to do that. I would love for us to go to a concert together, or even if we could fathom it, go to a music festival together.
Not
I think that'd be a ton
music
of fun.
festival off the table. I have no desire to do that for multiple days.
Wow.
Because after one day, I'm like, I'm going to kill myself. My legs will not work anymore.
Wow,
Do
killing.
you not remember waiting for in line for like Die Antwoord for like 6 hours and to stand up for another 3 hours?
Okay, I want to say that was different. We ate fucking Hattie B's before Die Antwoord, which is why I felt like shit, because you should not eat hot chicken before standing in the sun to go to a concert. But also, I want to say, afterwards, there were so many people smoking weed, I got a secondhand high, and I felt good as shit at that Die Antwoord concert.
Dude, it was Zod up as hell. Like, I was in there and I felt like I was jumping like 6 feet in the air. Because there was a point where the entire like fucking venue was popping off and everybody was jumping.
Yeah.
I smashed into people's toes. I don't know who they were, but
Yeah, I will say when it comes to concerts, it's just been so long because, like Colt said, just standing in line for so long, it's like, because we like to get up front.
yes,
Like we
I
want to
be in the front.
we want to enjoy this show, so we do always try to get there early enough so that we can be in line or whatever, and so it's really like tough on our legs, but also too, like all of the bands that like at the time that we're listening to, that we still listen to now, it's like they've all gotten so much bigger now.
Yeah,
that like
Glass Animals, not
like the
gonna happen.
venues, they don't come to the local venues that we would frequent.
Yeah, I saw 21 Pilots at Iron City, and just, they are so big now. Like, they play like stadiums.
Yeah.
Legit, or arenas. Like, even fathoming, like, seeing 21 Pilots at like 150, 200 people bar, which is crazy. So Avondale Brewing Company, I don't know if y'all seen, because I know y'all two don't know on Facebook. Patrick, you may have seen this. T-Pain is playing there at the end of June.
Mm-hmm.
Like, for Avondale. And it's a small, like, intimate venue. I'm like, interesting that T-Pain is playing this.
Avondale's gotten some pretty interesting acts.
Yeah, they have. But also the tickets are expensive as fuck.
Yeah.
Like,
But that's just in general. Like, concert tickets are, like, stupid these days. Like,
It used to be $40 a pop, man. Going to Iron City, $40 a ticket.
30 to 40.
we saw Glass Animals for $30 plus maybe $6 or $7 in ticketing fees because it was
Yeah.
through Iron City.
Yeah.
Onward we saw for $30-something. 21 Pilots I saw for $30-something. Glass Animals I saw for $30-something. Even a couple. This is before all problematic things happened, but I guess it would have been my senior year of high school, maybe freshman year of college. Right after they started touring again, we saw 21 Pilots, Panic at the Disco, Fall Out Boy at one concert, and tickets were legitimately like $80. No, you probably couldn't see one of those bands for $80 now. It's fucking crazy.
I'm trying to think the most expensive tickets I bought.
I feel like it was when you and that person went onto something.
Yeah.
I feel like when Saturn and fucking Iron City, their ticket prices were consistent, like $30 to $40.
No, I'm trying to think. Probably the most expensive was when we went to that Nothing More concert.
Yeah,
and
they were a bigger band at that time.
There was a lot of acts for that too. I think that was like $40. Oh, like yeah, because the acts that we went to at Saturn in Birmingham or what is it, Iron City? Those never went over 40. Those were consistently like 40 or under.
I hear somebody shooting a 22 outside.
Yeah.
That's clearly a 22.
Sorry, I thought Pat had the mic. Guar is playing Iron City in June.
Oh,
Tickets are only $35.
Yeah. Gore, I feel like they've always been accessible.
because
And part of me is like, what worth it?
Hey, from what I've heard about Guar, the concert is always worth it. You just got to make sure you wear clothes that you don't care about.
yeah, because you will be covered in gunk.
Yeah, their whole thing is not coming, but like shooting goo and like dye water and goo on you. So at the end of the concert, you're gonna look like you just had what was that Indian holiday where they that starts with a D, where they got colors thrown on. Diwali.
Is that it? I don't know for
It's a
sure.
very-
Or like that one marathon where they throw colors on you too.
Yeah, color run.
Yeah, color run.
I will say June 14th is a Friday. Not saying we have to plan anything, but I'm just saying the days line up. We could go see Guar at Iron City.
I don't even know their music, so
I mean, that's the thing, like, some people, Guar's not a good band, but I feel like just for like the experience of seeing these monster men spray you with blood, I feel like that's a fun enough bit.
Because now that we're talking about this, it makes me really just want to look at like the concerts that are coming to Iron City or Saturn and just see like, you know what, even if the band, like, I don't know it, like if I can just check out their music and be like, oh, this sounds pretty cool, you know, I'd like to go see. I would like to just do that.
Yeah, so last year I found out way too late, but there's actually a venue called the Caverns in Tennessee.
Yeah.
It's in a cave.
Yeah.
And fucking 100 Gex played a show there. I actually think they did a doubleheader. I think they did 2 nights. And I was like, fuck, that'd be such a cool show to have went to. And I've been like, probably every week I go to the Caverns website. I'm like, God, if I see a fucking band I recognize, I'm going to the Caverns to go to a show. But I like literally like they bring in a lot of jazz and like folky like blues, which is what makes the 100 Gex show even
an outlier.
Yeah, such an outlier. But they are doing like a Pink Floyd that might be cool. Like a tribute band sort of deal. I'm like, man, but in a cave, like I'm not huge on a lot of Pink Floyd, but I'm like, man, in a cave, and if they like nail like the psychedelic vibes, I was like, oh, that would be probably pretty fucking cool.
You know, they did have all like the lasers. Cause I was, but just on I think the last concert I went to was when the Art House Gang and I went to the Mark Ribier concert.
Yeah.
Oh,
I would have loved to.
No, that was a fucking hoot. Let me tell you. And that was like what 2000. That was like 2021. Like
it was post COVID for sure. It was 2021,
or post lockdown for sure.
Yeah.
But like it's been a few years, and like that was a fucking whack. Cause like we would get Rick roaring and play Mark Ribier at the house back then. So I know for me and my partner, one idea we had for our summer vacation was going to Atlanta for some of their concerts, like specifically Romeo Santos. They're having a concert there, and like I haven't been to many concerts, but y'all just talking about it. It's like, okay,
I'm over here. I'm like, God, $35 to go to a live act like War. Like I'm not super familiar with a lot of their music, but just like with the gimmick, I can't imagine that not being like a super fun time.
Yeah.
Okay, we may need to talk off mic about about doing this.
Also, I don't think we've ever been to a concert with Pat.
I'm pretty sure I haven't been to a concert with
no, we haven't.
No. I've only been to 2 concerts with y'all. I've only been to Glass Animals and Die Onward. I didn't even like Glass Animals at the time.
Oh, that's weird. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the only 2 because I didn't go when y'all saw like. Wait, did y'all see like Trivium, Kill Switch Engage?
That was me, JoJo, and Cody.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh Wonder, we saw.
Yeah, y'all saw Oh Wonder.
That was before they got big again.
Y'all saw Japanese Breakfast at the Saturn. Most of my concerts, I went to a lot of concerts when I was like senior year of high school, freshman year of college. I saw Panic at the Disco like 3 times. And various different venues. Yeah, my dog's going crazy. Y'all can't hear it though, but I can. Got to see Walk the Moon be an opening act.
Yeah.
For Panic at the Disco. God, the last 2 concerts I went to, Riley and I, February of 2022, we saw Reba, which was a fucking hootenanny.
I remember you talking about that.
It's so much fun. And then in May. And we went with one of her friends, and then we went with another friend in May of 2022, and we saw Brooks and Dunn, which was fucking incredible, which was so much fun. Going to like the non-problematic country artists is like a ton of fun, and it's super fun, and everybody there was super nice. But yeah, I've had the itch to go to another concert so fucking bad because I had tickets for Elton John's retirement tour. And I think like our fucking washer broke, and I had to sell those tickets. Now let me tell you, I got a fucking pretty penny for those tickets. But I was so gutted that we didn't get to go see Elton John on his retirement tour. But yeah, I want to go to I'm like convinced. I'm like, oh God, I guess we're singing Guar.
Last concerts I went to was like 2018.
It was either Japanese Breakfast.
Japanese Breakfast was our last concert.
Okay, and then we saw Machine Head like 2 weeks before that.
Yep, before that. And then the concerts I went to before, I'm trying to think when we saw Oh Wonder.
It would have been fall 2018 because I remember y'all came home and we did an episode on the farm, and y'all came straight to the farm.
Because I remember y'all talking about like standing in line or for hours, or like being like half in the sun, half not, and like Wenzel said like, yeah, I don't know what happened, but I think I tore it.
What?
Tore what?
That's verbatim what he said. I don't know what happened to my foot. I think I tore it.
Oh.
I don't remember.
Well, if anybody remembers something that was said on the podcast 6 years ago, it'd be Patrick.
Yeah, that's true. That's
And we
true.
were just like, did you tear it off? Like, tear something in your foot? Or just like, we were just as perplexed then.
Yeah.
I just remember being woke up that day. I was not invited to the concert until that morning of. And as who I am mentally, I have to mentally prepare for things. But since I like Go Wonder's music, I was like, fuck, okay, I guess I'm going. I took a shower and we immediately left to go to the concert.
Yeah.
That is the most spontaneous thing that I've ever done, probably, because I'm not a spontaneous person, okay? I've got the, let's just say, autistic characteristics when it comes to preparation. And I cannot do last minute. That's why Tanner keeps throwing fucking packs at me, and I'm like, fuck you, burn in hell, you bitch. This is scary.
What am I throwing?
What are you?
Packs?
Yeah, you've thrown out stuff like, want to go to this trip, want to go on this trip. You're overwhelming me, Tanner.
Oh, okay. So first of all, that was a joke about going to PAX, because I would never visit that hellhole that is Boston, Massachusetts ever again. But I thought it was interesting because PAX East is in May next year, and usually it's in March. So, which is why I think it's actually the weekend of your birthday. I was like, oh my god, how fun would it be to go to PAX for Colt's birthday? No, that's why I throw dates out in advance, because I'm like that too, to the detriment of my marriage, where I am the planner and she's very much not the planner. So, like, I've actually downloaded this app called, not a sponsor, Time Tree, which is like a calendar app. And, like, in it, as y'all can see, I have meticulously, well, there's an ad, but meticulously scheduled everything I know about for the next, like, up until I know about it. And she's gotten okay at adding it. Like, she's going on, like, a work trip in July, and she has that added in there. But I have, like, recording this, recording that, doing this after work activity, Colt's birthday is in this calendar and stuff like that. And so that's why I'm throwing out dates. That's why, a little behind the curtain for a second, messaging y'all, I'm like, hey, are y'all free June 13th? I realize normal people don't plan a singular day 2 months in advance, but I'm like, I gotta know. And then I'm like, also, Banter weekend, end of July, are y'all free? And it's just like
that is easier to say yes to.
Yeah, I mean, and that's kind of the point. I'm like, that's far enough in advance where, like, you should be able to commit to it. Which, by the way, we need to talk about that after this. But it's just really funny. It's just like, this probably is annoying, but this is literally the only way I can plan. Because, like, if you come up to me, like, if I didn't know about Colt's birthday festivities and y'all came up to me today, I was like, hey, by the way, we're doing something for Colt's birthday next week, I would be like, oh, well, I definitely already have plans. Like, that's just where my life is at that point, at this point, where it's just like every weekend I have something going on. So, like, I have to plan, like, 6 weeks plus in advance, as bad as that sounds. But it's just like every fucking weekend we got something. Like, birthdays are spread out perfectly. We got fucking weddings.
I just say, no, I don't want to do that, and I don't.
Yeah, that's easier to do when you're not married.
Yeah.
No, I meant in the case of, like, because then you're dealing with two families and not one.
No, yeah.
And
Just like alienate yourself. Just say, fuck you to one of the families.
yeah, I should actually. No, it's just like, it's like twice the amount of people, and also, like, Riley's family is so much bigger than mine. It's just like every month there's some sort of celebration or something we have to go to, and it's just, so I have to schedule so fucking far in advance if I want to do anything.
No, that makes
like
sense.
this.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. I just like scheduling and stuff. Like, yeah, you know, we'll schedule stuff out and be like, okay, we're gonna do this on this day. But then for the most part, like, if anything comes up or we have to do anything, it's like pretty flexible. Sometimes I fucking forget though, because we schedule so much shit, which is like,
which is why I'm trying to utilize the AYCH Google Calendar again for AYCH purposes.
But yeah, if ever can get in a relationship again, just gonna be like, look, it's just us two, that's it. No, nothing else. No, none of this family bullshit.
You can't have a family if you're with me.
Okay, wait a minute. No.
I'm gonna have to make you stay inside the house.
No, wait.
What's that mic towards me? Okay. I couldn't see the light. I was scared.
No, wait a minute.
You definitely report to me where you're at every day.
Oh my God.
No, I definitely, like, speaking, and Patrick, you can probably speak to this too, but, the whip boys on the mic. No, I'm kidding! But it's
like, please, we love you.
It's definitely like you become two people at a point. Like, everything you do is like synced up, but like especially as an adult. Like, I remember even before I was in this relationship, I remember like Cody or somebody would tell me, be like, hey, I think we're having like a party at the apartment this weekend, and this would be on like Wednesday, and then Patrick, being the world's best immediate texter backer in 2017, I would message on Facebook and be like, hey, is there a party at the apartment this weekend? Patrick would tell me on Thursday, it was like, yeah, we're having a party tomorrow night. I was like, I'd be like, oh, okay, I can make time for that. If that happened, I think I'd blow my brains out. If that happened now, that would piss me off so fucking much. Like, it is impossible for me to plan, especially on a Friday. Like, if you were to tell me, I don't know, just as an example, like, oh, hey, by the way, we're doing this tomorrow. Are you free? Who is free?
Every day in America, when you're not in prison, you're free.
Yeah! I'm free! An American! Yeah, so, but, like, go into, like, relationship stuff, because it's been so fucking long since I've been in a relationship. 6 years. Every time, like, because currently I'm on Hinge, and I'm on Bumble, and, like there will be times where we're getting into this talk.
Yeah, let's do it. I mean, I don't fucking care.
Because, like, every time, like, because I, like, with relationships now, when I think about, like, okay, like, getting with this person, but then I think, like, I have to meet their family, you know, possibly, or whatever. I'm just thinking, man, fuck. I don't want to fucking... Never mind. Fuck this. No, I don't.
You could just pretend that I'm your family. I'm your grandpapa. Tanner's your mama.
Yeah.
Patrick's your daddy.
Don't mess with our mama. I'm mama.
Yeah.
No, when I think about like oh God, it's just.
So let me say this. I don't have any foresight for this, but let me say.
Or foreskin.
I don't have any foreskin either. Dating post-COVID would have made me blow my brains out. Let me just put that into perspective. Straight up. I tell Riley this every day. I'm like, I'm so glad we got together before the pandemic.
Yeah, he's always like, if you leave me, I'm going to kill myself.
I'm jumping off this fucking house for real. No. It's just like such a different world. Like, I also hit the lottery. Like, Riley was my first match on Tinder.
I remember when they made your Tinder profile.
I was drunk at Downtown Pub. Rest in fucking peace.
Rest in peace.
And Riley and I went on our first date like 2 weeks after me making that profile, and now we've been together for 5 years. I got extremely lucky. I told Riley all the time, I'm like, how we didn't get Tinder to pay for our fucking honeymoon blows my mind. Because I was also her first date on Tinder. I'm like, we both batted a fucking 1,000. I'm like, how we didn't get this fucking app to give us money in some way blows my mind. Like, we would have been the perfect example.
You'd be on, like, the Tinder commercial.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, oh my God, we should have totally fucking utilized this more than we definitely did. Because, like, this is, like, the Tinder success story in my eyes. But every time I hear about anybody else dating, like, I don't mean to say this as a deterrent. I'm like, oh my God, you are a stronger individual than me. Because I would actually swallow glass before attempting anything.
It stresses me out. And the thing is, too, is like, I haven't even gone on any fucking dates. Because, no, because I don't know what it is. Like, I've been on Hinge and Bumble for about, like, a year now.
Is there a reason you're avoiding Tinder?
Sex. Just Isn't it just sex?
Well, because I like Bumble. I really like Bumble more just because it like I like the idea of like the woman obviously has to like initiate or whatever, and I want to give
it's more comfort and safety for
women
who use.
And I didn't realize that was like Bumble's thing.
Yeah. So whenever you swipe or whatever, the woman also has to swipe, and they have to initiate the conversation. You can't message first. It always has to be the woman. They have to.
Oh, interesting.
They have to do it, which I really appreciate that because it gives them like okay, consent.
Also, takes the fucking pressure off of you.
Yeah,
as being the initiator.
Yeah, because like it gives them like okay, they're consenting. Like we can talk or whatever, and then I also like Hinge because of the fact that you can like it's almost like unlimited. I want to say I think there's a limit. I can't remember, but yeah. And I've been on there, and like I will get to talking to somebody literally just a few questions, like nothing crazy. Don't say anything outrageous. There's nothing insane on my profile. I literally just say like, hey, I like to do this and this and this, and then there's some fun like little fucking like not brain teasers, like little fucking icebreakers.
Put the fucking quiz in his mind. I found the problem.
You have to finish the Sudoku puzzle before you can get
little fucking icebreakers or whatever, and like nothing crazy, and like I like literally nothing. After that, it's just like literally probably like maybe 3 or 4 messages and nothing. Just ghosted for months now, or like people won't unmatch or something. And I don't think too hard about it because obviously like these
it's all algorithm.
It's and then also too these women are probably talking to other guys. They probably found somebody, they forgot. The messaging and notification system fucking sucks. So like I don't really think too much about it, but goddamn is it so fucking disheartening. And especially too like when you have like oh my god, there's like this one person that I matched with, and we were talking like, and it was kind of going, and then I was like, I had a bad fucking feeling when she said, hey, add me on Snap. I'm like, fuck me, are we children? Are we really children now? And as soon as I add her on Snap, unmatched.
Why?
What? I have no fucking idea. And not only that, never accepted my Snapchat like request or whatever.
So speaking, because I don't know if y'all know this, there's not a woman in the room right now, but as somebody that's spoken to women before in my life.
Whoa! Wait a minute. What?
So that's what I asked Riley.
Riley's a woman?
Surprise! She's real. I remember asking. I'm like, so why is it that like people? Because Riley's 3 years younger than me. So I was like, why is it that, like, y'all give out Snap instead of, like, a phone number? Because, like, as a guy, I'm just like, well, why can't we just fucking text like normal human beings? And they don't want... And, several other, like, women I've asked, or are the same, around this age, have said they don't want to give somebody that ends up being a super creep their actual personal cell phone number.
No, that makes sense.
So it makes perfect... Because I was the same way. I'm like, I'm not...
I never thought about that.
I didn't either. And I remember when that happened, I'm like, I'm fucking 23 years old. You think I'm about to add somebody on fucking Snapchat? Because I was ready to have a whore summer that summer, too. Like, straight up. I've told Riley this. I'm like, you're lucky you were first, because you would have gotten some fucking used goods. Let me tell you.
Jesus.
No, but, like, I was just ready to fucking whore out. And I remember the Snapchat thing, and I remember I was so close to being like, I'm not doing Snapchat. Whatever. And then, I ended up doing Snapchat and meeting my wife that way. But so that is legitimate to me, because that is something I never thought about, because Snapchat didn't even come about till I was a senior in high school.
Yeah.
So I'm just in a totally different frame of mind when it comes to Snapchat, because I also think of it as like the kid app.
Yeah. No, that changes that now.
It makes so much sense.
I get that, because like every time I'll see that, where I'm like, because I still hold it like that. I'm like, god damn, are we like in high school now? And I see that too on a lot of profiles. It's like don't add me on Snap, just we'll just exchange numbers or whatever. But like, okay, that makes sense. But
the extra level of protection, and plus, like, at least from my point of view, my side of the tracks, like Snapchat is still like very, very active because like literally all the prospective people that I saw and hooked up with before I met my partner, like gay culture is like still very into Snapchat and like is actively on there, and like also, brother, let me tell you, dating in the gay scene in this part of the world is fucking crazy. Because like Grindr is a hellscape, and I met my partner before I got to like fucking the deranged shit like sniffies. It was literally just like someone's dick and balls on like the most accurate GPS system known to fucking man. Like you see under a fucking bridge in Birmingham, and it's like exact latitude and longitude.
What? Did y'all meet on that?
No, Eddie and I, my partner and I, we met the old-fashioned way. We just met out in the world.
Oh man, that's awesome.
That's awesome.
No, like I was on the apps for a while. Like the first time I ever like met it with a person, like to date period, was through Tinder.
Yeah.
And I now granted, my experience with dating was definitely a lot different because someone said it best, and I still like to reiterate it. If you're treating someone like a person on Grindr, you're using it wrong.
God damn.
Because obviously, you know, everybody's different, but like it's literally I'd be like trying to like have a conversation. Hey, how are you? What do you like? To like try to be friends, and they're just like, if you're not just like dick and balls or butthole, they're on to the next person.
I remember us specifically having this conversation in the pub probably 5 years ago at this point, where talking about the app, and you were just like, oh, that's just somebody's dick. Like, there's a dick on my phone right now. And then it was like, I think another message, like, you were like, oh, and here's somebody's butthole. It's just like, what the fuck? What's crazy is that I was able to like meet it with guys that are like way out of my leagues because like I just wasn't like here's my gaping butthole as like a handshake, as a hello, but like not to judge too much, but like it's like that's kind of like there is promiscuity in this community, and plus like where we live is a college town, so there's a lot of guys trying to meet up, trying to have sex, and that's it, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. But like if you're older, if you're looking for something more, you know, steady, like that's definitely more of a challenge. And like there's definitely a lot more different things you have to navigate in, you know, this sphere of dating and this sphere of sexuality that obviously that, you know, like there's stuff that I'll never have to like worry with or have to like understand dating from like a straight perspective in the same way with like from my cycles.
It's but I will say I've had some pretty funny experiences just seeing the fucking just low down dirty horny of like some of this crazy shit, because to me it's like an arc, because like you have the early 20-somethings, it's like, hey, want some fuck. And then in the 30s, it's pretty mellow, pretty conversational. Then when you get back to the 40s and 50s, it's like you want some fuck again.
Yeah. I'll never forget. God, this was years ago, but we're eating at a restaurant, and somebody was on like an iPad with Grindr up, like with the volume on.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck.
And like you could just see, like, I mean, it was like the big text they were using, and like I remember just being like, oh. My virgin eyes should. I was 26 and married when this happened. I was like, my virgin eyes should not be reading that. I'm like, that is like fucking. That man should get a Pulitzer. I'm like, he is going on, and just which you're totally right. And this guy was also in like his 40s. I find that's what I always find funny. It's like there's this age where they calm down. But definitely, like, you have this group of guys that are, like, either out of a serious relationship or have just never been in one. They hit 40, and they're just like, saddle up. It's very
like,
funny.
They're ready to do, like, their whole girl summer, like, but they're middle-aged. And, I don't know, there's probably... I don't... But, like, going back to your point earlier about, you know, relationship dynamics, like I'm definitely the more plan-centric of my partnership. like in my partner, he's definitely like, I don't make plans. We'll just we'll do something Saturday, whatever. But like, but on Tanner's end, I don't plan like weeks in advance. Like we're like, as y'all have seen, my partner and I, we're still very active socially.
Yeah,
but it's definitely being with him. Like we definitely. I got to experience a lot of stuff I never would have, like, I don't think any other way. If, like, even just, like, having, like, a break, like, just, like, a partnership, like, it's, like, he's very social. We go to a lot, like, he likes to travel and go places, so I'm just, like, well, where are we going this time? Because, like, he wants to go to, like, like, way out of state across country. Like, he has a lot of ideas of where he wants to go for summer, and just, like, I don't know where we're going to land.
Yeah.
We haven't even talked about Patrick Cowboy Era.
Yeah, I'm in my Cowboy
Era. Yeah, no, I it's just whenever like I see people talk about how like, oh, we're in our talking stages, like, can we just skip to it and blah 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 or whatever. I'm like, oh no, talking's good. I want to know what this person's into or whatever. And but then I'm like, fuck, like I get it now. Like we're barely even talking and nothing's like just three messages or whatever and like nothing or like. And then I think about too, it's like having to introduce each other to your families, especially my parents. And I think about my family, fuck, I get so nervous. I'm like, never fucking mind. Fuck this.
I told you we could be your parents.
Okay, sure. I have 3 dads.
Oh my god, you're that fucking Tom Selleck movie. What? With three dads and a baby? What was that fucking
3 Men and a Baby.
3 Men and a Baby. That could be us. Even though
Tokyo Godfathers.
Even though Colt is younger than you.
Yeah.
And we didn't kidnap you.
But I was going to say, it's also doesn't help. I did not see this podcast going this way.
I had an arc in my head and it did not follow.
Yeah, me too. It's also, we live in the part of the country that outside of Mormonism, we are probably on average the youngest people expected to be in marriages or to be homeowners in a sense.
Yeah.
Like I remember I got married and bought my house at 25, and I remember at the time being like, oh, I'm getting a late start on this. But like other parts of the country, it's like, oh, they're like early 30s, mid 30s. They're having kids in their late 30s, early 40s, and just the South is not that. Like in the South, it's like, oh, you're gonna marry your high school sweetheart, and then y'all gonna start busting out them babies, and by the time you're 30, you're gonna have a 14-year-old. And it's just like, oh my god. I was like, holy shit. It's actually insane. Like, oh, you date somebody for 6 months, and then you get engaged, and you take 3 months to plan your wedding, and you're married, and then you get pregnant on your wedding night, and then 9 months later you have a baby. I was like, what the fuck? Like it's just weird to be in that, which I think that's kind of died a little bit with like our generation. But god, there's so many people I went to high school with that have like an ungodly amount of kids. I'm just like, how do y'all afford that?
I don't know. It's just like it's so like, because obviously it's not a time thing or worried about anything really. It's just like, like
when you have that many kids, when do you have time to be yourself?
You don't.
Like
that's true.
That young, you don't.
Like you're just a parent. You don't have any hobbies. You can't do anything else. That just seems like a punishment you're putting on yourself.
And not to say like if that's your choice to have kids young, by all means you have that. But like Riley and I were talking the other day, like I was like, I think I'm too selfish to be a parent right now, because we want to go to Japan and we want to go to Italy. We, like our, annual week and a half, 2 week long vacation. You can't do that with the baby.
No.
You just do what fucking Scarface guy's doing and wait till you're 70 and pop one in.
Yeah, Al Pacino had the first kid.
Yeah, Al Pacino.
83.
Yeah, like
He had no other choice but to stay home.
Yeah, no, it's so funny because I see people talk about like, oh yeah, it's been like people like mutuals who have like gone long stints without dating or being with somebody. It's like 3-4 months. I'm like, try fucking 6 years, buddy.
Yeah, or not 24 or 25.
Yeah, like it's just like,
I did not think we were getting this.
No, I didn't either, but it's been on my mind recently because, like, man, like, I don't know, like, I'm nervous, but I want to date. Also, I'm horny. Like, I don't know what to fucking do.
Man, the last one's not a surprise.
It's like a teenager.
I mean, like he's coming up on that 7-year itch, but in a completely different capacity.
Like, man, so that's what's been going on in my life. Anybody want to talk about anything else?
I've been gaming. I've been reading Barefoot again this past week. I will say, why did America do that? Why didn't we stop them? Can you answer that, Patrick?
Because America bad.
You know, here, all this. I gotta go piss.
Yeah, and for what Colt's referencing is Barefoot again. It is a manga that is it's a rather frank autobiography of a young boy who grew up in Japan and lived through the actual bombing of Hiroshima and Nagasaki.
Yeah, I knew what it was about when I got it. I collected the 10 beautiful hardcovers, library editions of it, and I started reading. I'm on like volume 5 now. Good lord, it's been a while since the manga has made me cry like that. After the first volume, the bomb drops. Both bombs are dropped by the end of volume 1, and volume 1, and at just the rest of it is the process of this guy's life and like how the bombing affected him. Dude, that shit is so.
How old is the main character?
The main character.
When the bomb drops.
He's like 8, 9, 10, somewhere
Oh,
there.
so
Like
like
at most he's 10.
Yeah,
Okay.
he only survived the bombing because he was behind a concrete wall.
Oh.
And the woman apparently in the story that he was talking to next to that wall was fucking melted right in front of him, and he
Jesus.
just barely survived. It's pretty fucked up. It talks about how. Well, you know what? Let's bring the mood down even more. In Barefoot again, his family dies in a way that had me so fucked up because the first volume, like 75% of it, is super. It's rough. It still is because it's talking about famine and fighting the sickness, and the dad is considered a traitor because he doesn't want to fight in this war.
Oh, okay.
But it also shows the family fun moments where they're having fun, having a blast. And then the nuke gets dropped. Family is trapped in the house. The mom is luckily doing laundry on a balcony section, but the balcony section gets blown behind the house. She's fine. She's better off than the rest of the family that are currently trapped under the house, unable to get out, except for Gin was off in somewhere else.
Like he was off, like, playing walking in the neighborhood when the bomb dropped.
And the dad and the sister and the little brother, they technically lived, and if they had a strong enough person to help them out, they could have saved them. But the person that Gin actually saved, some under their own house, was a piece of shit. And they said, fuck that, the fires are coming. The fire burns this family alive, and you get to see them crisp. It is fucking...
Jesus. How old is this manga? Is this like
1970, 60s?
Okay, so it's
pretty fresh on his mind.
That's nuts. I'm always like curious to read and hear about like stories from that, especially like that close. Like,
Oh yeah,
so I'll
it's
definitely
not
check
just
it out.
his story. Like he tells his own story, but he also took the story of other survivors and is implementing it into the story.
Wait, so is this based off of the mangaka's life?
Yeah,
Like his actual lived experience
shit.
of the dropping of the bomb.
Oh,
Everything I told you happened to him.
fuck.
It's incredibly sad.
Oh yeah.
There's single panels from that series that are like stuck in my head, since we're here, like the baby whose eye sockets are completely filled with glass shards, like the rivers of melted people.
Jesus Christ.
If you ever have any sort of the both sidism of dropping like a bomb on Japan, read the first volume of Barefoot Again, and it will just destroy any sort of maybe America was just fighting that. There's never a justification for what that happened.
And the whole volume, it's not saying only America's bad.
Yeah.
Yes,
it is in the entire time. It is fuck both of you for letting this happen. It's basically saying fuck the rich, fuck the powerful.
Yeah.
This sucks what you've done to everyone, and that the hell One thing that stuck with me was the hell didn't really begin with the bomb. The hell wasn't when the bomb dropped. It was the aftermath and the suffering.
Yeah.
No, that's always something I just think is crazy whenever, especially too with recently with Oppenheimer, the criticism surrounding it is like people talk about like, oh, you know, like yes, what America did was terrible, but like Japan also did terrible stuff. It's like nobody's fucking not saying that Japan didn't do terrible fucking things.
And Barefoot. His name Barefoot Gin. Yes, okay.
First name Barefoot, last name Gin.
It acknowledges the war crimes of the Japanese. They talk about how there's a Korean neighbor that was kidnapped and forced to join the Japanese army.
Yeah.
Yes, like Japan obviously still is unwilling to admit the atrocities they committed during the war, but like that does not justify the complete and utter annihilation of thousands of people.
Innocent, not even in war.
Where do you get the justification? Like, in what way? What fucking way? Yeah, and also may come as a shocker, but like really no winners coming out of World War II. Like everybody kind of like history will not look kindly on. I don't know if y'all heard about what was happening in Germany at the time, but they were also doing some bad things. Like nobody comes out of World War II like everybody's like, oh, the heroes are America, and like, oh, Winston Churchill, like, oh my God, Kauai.
No one wins in war.
Yeah, no, it all fuck. God damn, what a fucking pivot. But no, it's like you were talking about Hinge 15 minutes ago. It's so not funny, but it's so just bizarre that people are like, yeah, you know, they had to do it. I'm like, I don't think anybody had to do anything they did during this.
Like,
I don't think any of this needed to happen. It's just, goddamn.
And speaking of atrocities, me and Colt did just recently finally fucking watch Glazer's Zone of Interest.
Oh, no spoilers, because it just got added to whatever streaming service.
That's where we watch it. No spoilers, obviously. But what if I told you that's based on real stuff that happened?
I did know that.
That ending scene.
No, I was gonna say no spoilers, but the ending sequence is so fucking good and so disorienting. It's like it's insane.
It's chilling. I feel like my interpretation of it, I personally, because I'm badass and swag, I thought my interpretation was the best.
It is. I don't know how to explain it. It's just so. It's so good.
For the people I've seen it, that one scene of him just staring. Jesus Christ!
Like, it's literally like just staring, and then like
continue on with your day.
And it's so fucking good.
Blows my mind just the little bit I've heard about this movie. Same director that did Sexy Beast.
I know, like,
which fucking rocks.
Which Pat, you probably don't know. We watched a film called Sexy Beast.
Well, who's in it?
A British fucker that's an asshole.
There's probably
the actor.
No, was that the one with Ben Kingsley?
Yes, Ben Kingsley.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it's incredible. Really recommend it. It's if anybody has Criterion Channel, it's on there. I think.
There's a dog in Zone of Interest that I had to keep telling myself wasn't a real Nazi. Because I was like, that dog is not a real Nazi.
Yeah.
Even if, this modern day, even if it was back then, this dog still wouldn't be a Nazi. He doesn't know what's going on. He's just owned by a Nazi. But even now, it's just an acting dog. It's not a real Nazi. It's not even acting as a Nazi. It's just playing.
Was Zone of Interest the dog from Zone of Interest? Was that the dog people were getting mad about was coming to all the Oscars parties? Because they're like, this dog is too cute, and you're trying to get points.
That was a different movie that I can't remember.
Anatomy of a Fall.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind. Yeah. Y'all just mentioned the dog. I'm like, were they bringing the Nazi dog?
I mean, from what I've heard, the dog in Anatomy of a Fall is like thing level. Like, this dog is acting.
Yeah, I've also heard the same thing. I've yet to see it.
Crazy pivot. There was something else I didn't mention about Bumble that I want to bring up.
Now to wrap it back around is even crazier.
No. I just want to say I do think it's funny too. There will be women on there who will say I won't message first.
What's the point? Why are you there?
Then that's not the app to do that.
I know, and they won't include any other fucking social. So it's like It's just dead end.
It's just like how
does anybody talk to you?
It's just what is it? Positive. They're just feeling good about themselves because like, oh, this person thinks I'm pretty, or they think they're into me. It's nothing else. They're just pieces of shit.
Or funny, they genuinely didn't realize that's how fucking.
That's always like the thing. I'm like, man, they just didn't know how the app works.
I mean, I will say, I was never on Bumble. That's the first time I've ever heard about that. About
really
Bumble being the site or the app where like women have to message first. I did not.
Yeah, that's always been the draw of Bumble. Usually, it goes like Tinder is for all the horny people, and then Bumble and Hinge are people who are looking for like actual relationships, or like Bumble is the place for like people to find friends.
See, so that's different than when I was using Tinder in 2019 because Tinder was like kind of like in the Hinge position, but Hinge was the site that was like, oh, you horny? You got to go to Hinge.
Oh, really?
Yeah, very very funny how that's like changed.
That is interesting.
Hinge is now where it's like more personal.
Yeah, I was gonna say Hinge has so many like personal like things of like icebreakers, asking questions, leaving voice messages, or like recordings and like all this stuff. So it's very.
Like, why would I need that information if I just want to schmang?
I don't think any of that was on Hinge in 2019.
Probably not, but yeah, that's all I really have to say about that. Let's
Oh hey yeah, Pat.
Back to World War II for a second.
Oh yeah, the Nazis terrible. Japanese did some bad things, but also bomb bad.
Yeah.
Hot take, bomb bad.
Also, pineapple belongs on pizza.
I agree.
I think everything belongs on pizza that's edible. I think as long as the person eating it is enjoying it, it belongs. Damn the Italians if they say no.
Hot take.
Yeah, fuck those fascists.
Yeah, Mussolini. Fuck you. You're hanging from a Pizza Hut.
God, yeah. There we
Well,
go.
I think you just said the episode picture.
No, I don't.
Okay.
I know we were talking about last episode how we don't say no to things. That may not do what we think it might do.
You just put a big red circle arrow that says Mussolini.
Okay, I will
pretty
say the pictures of Mussolini hanging are in textbooks, like for like.
Sure, but I don't think there's a Pizza Hut Photoshop behind him.
Okay,
I'm not cool with a dead body being on their freaking podcast.
but a Pizza Hut in the picture? No fucking way. Absolutely not.
Yeah, I guess I am kind of pulling the wrong message from that. I guess it's like, well, we can't use pizza.
What do you hate? Do you hate Pizza Hut or do you hate Mussolini? You got to pick one.
Okay, I will say to pivot hard again, real quick. I will say, when we did our pepperoni pizza taste test, at this point 6 years ago, I think 5 or 6 years ago, I believe Pizza Hut pepperoni pizza won, if I'm not mistaken.
I thought it was Domino's.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, I think Domino's.
Okay, well, maybe Pizza Hut was number 2.
I don't remember.
I feel like Papa John's did pretty good.
But I'm just
remember.
thinking, I think Pizza Hut is my least favorite pizza now.
Oh, really?
Outside of Little Caesars, yeah. And Little Caesars to me has better like bread than Pizza Hut. The crazy bread at Little Caesars goes dummy goblin mode.
I want to say it was like months ago I had Pizza Hut for the first time in like years. I still love it.
Yeah, Papa John's is still my number one. I love that place. Papa Shack's.
We're talking about Pizza Hut, but you know.
Domino's.
Domino's is great.
I mean, I would say Domino's is the like most common pizza that like I've gotten in the last 4 to 5 years.
There's just so many deals.
Absolutely.
It's impossible to order a Domino's pizza without getting a fucking coupon attached.
Yeah.
It's like not an ad, but like you can always get a 2-topping medium pizza for $7.
Well,
You can't even get that in a store.
Well, right now they're doing a deal
For the largest.
for the large for $6.99.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah,
that's a
like-
good fucking deal.
Frozen pizzas in stores are like $6.
Well, you'd have to go out of your way not to get a deal for Domino's. Like, just like, no, I want to pay full price for 2 fucking medium pizzas.
Yeah, like every time we do anything, like if Colt and Wenzel are coming over and we're watching a ton of movies, I'm just like, all right, pick a pizza. And I usually get like 3 or 4 pizzas and I'll get bread and we'll be like $35.
Yeah.
And it's worth it because we eat a fuck.
Oh yeah, we do. Yeah, bro. Yeah. Yeah. That being said, I'm just putting out in the universe, frozen pizza taste test has to happen this year.
I mean, I feel like that is negotiable.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean, it won't be a hard negotiation, but
Hey, y'all want to do it? Oh, okay, yeah.
Pat, do you have any other banter things you want to
Do you have
I
anything?
gotta know why you're in your cowboy era.
okay.
I saw on Instagram you're fucking lassoing. I gotta know why Pat's in this cowboy era.
You get little cows? Little
Oh.
calves?
Pat's Mike died.
Ah, man. Well, this one isn't.
I
Yeah, I guess you're right.
That's that shit.
I gotta know why Pat's in this cowboy era.
mean, yes, I am currently in my cowboy era, and it all started when my partner and I we saw that in Greendale, which is about an hour out of Tuscaloosa, they were having another one of their jaripeos, which is essentially a rodeo. Now, I've been to this one before at Rancho El Centenario, and they have like bull riding, horse riding, calf catching. They have a band or bands, excuse me. And so I went to my first one like when we first started dating, like the fall of 2022, and this is and they have these like maybe like a couple of times, 3 times a year. Like they're usually big gaps in between. And so for the second one that we went to, my partner's like, let's go all out for this one. So we got
Y'all did.
because we got boots, we got like cowboy shirts, we went out, and because I would say a couple weeks beforehand we went to Pelham, Alabama for the Latin Family Fair, and we bought like hats, we bought boots, we bought belt buckles, we bought ear, like we spent a lot of money today. I will say I regret us not being able to get one more item, because we bought the hats and boots and stuff we all bought was from this really cool native owned booth at the family fair. But just down the way from it, there's another native owned booth that was selling serapes, like the woven
yeah.
clothes.
Oh, yeah.
But what makes it even cooler is that it had like fucking like, here's a serape with like Naruto on it, with
hell yeah.
with like
Wow.
Spider-Man sticks, like Nightmare Before Christmas. I was like, fuck, we just spent $100, probably close to $200 at the cowboy stand, and the fucking serape booth was right there. I mean, like I'm sure because they have this family fair like once a year, so we'll probably be back. But I also have found the same people who own this booth. I found them on Etsy, so like some of the ones they have on their website, so they can be ordered that way. But so like we just couldn't reasonably spend $60 per serape after dropping $200 on cowboy shit.
Yeah, dressing up like a cowboy is a funny bit, but then you're like, oh, how expensive do we want to get with this bit?
I mean, and I will say the first time we went, we were very casual. There's still like funny people dressed casually there, but like since this is a really it only happens a few times a year, people they tend to show out for it. I mean, we weren't the only ones there in like more cowboy gear. Like everybody had a hat, everybody had like boots and stuff on. So like you go there to dress up, and it was still a good time. Like I will say they didn't actually have the rodeo portion this time. It was just a concert.
Interesting.
But they still had like, or I should say, didn't have like the bull riding portion.
Oh, okay.
They still had horses out. They had like the horses, like back when they were changing sets for the band, like the horses would come out and ride, and they had a portion that was sort of fenced into the back of the general circle area where they had the standing area for the bands. That if you wanted to, they were giving rides for the horses that were there. And we got to meet a great horse. Their name was Lucero. They were super sweet, very nice. And there's some big horses too. One was very Clydesdale-esque, very tall, very muscular. Had like the fringes of hair around their feet. super duper cool. The only bad thing was I was literally next in line to ride the horse, and it's like, sorry, we got to cut it off for today. It's like,
Wow.
I was right there, and the couple that went with us, both of them got to ride. My partner was like, no, I'm not doing that. But
They knew your juicy ass would swallow it up whole.
I guess so. Sorry, lightning though.
Okay.
Yeah.
What, was that too much? I'm sorry.
Is that too much for the World War II Inch podcast?
No, just
Did we talk about foreskin this episode, or was that last?
That was last episode.
Okay.
Both, actually. They
Fuck.
came up both.
And like, cause we got to the Harpo that day at 2:00, and we left at 10:45.
Oh, God.
And then we drove an hour back to town, went to our usual restaurant turned Latin club, and danced there till like 3:00 in the morning. Like, we closed
that's
it down.
too much energy.
Yeah, because I remember, luckily I'm in Patrick's close friends on Instagram, so I saw the picture of you and your partner on your Instagram close friends story. I'm like, man, they were wearing that shit.
They got that shit on.
I know, literally, I showed it to Riley. I fucking threw it up on the TV. I was like, Riley, look at them. And then Patrick dressed up. I was like, I gotta get a cowboy outfit. I was like, because we were a couple of years ago talking about going to Texas, doing like a trip to Texas, and I thought it would be funny to dress like a cowboy and go to the Alamo. I thought that'd be a funny bit. And
I remember.
yeah,
I never forget.
yeah, and I saw Patrick and like my yearning just to like go full like. Hell yeah, buddy. Like, I was like, man. I was like, Riley, I just have a hankering for a fucking dip in my mouth right now. Give me some of that chaw, brother.
Oh, that's a
yeah.
horse.
No,
I'm showing the boys the horse.
Yeah!
The horses I
Okay.
met.
I want to see. Let me
This
see.
the black horse here. That's
Oh.
Lucero.
Wow, Lucero
It's
is
a big
very
dog.
Lucero
And this
great.
this other horse. This was the biggest horse there.
Pat's gonna show us the
Oh, I
biggest
saw
horse.
that horse on your Instagram.
Yeah, crazy.
God damn.
Gosh, what was my train of fucking
That's a
thought?
war horse.
Cowboys.
Cowboys.
Jinko Cowboy. Is that a thing? Is that something we can work with?
I mean, you could be the Jinko cowboy.
Okay. We should
Wow.
probably plug it up soon.
Wow, I'm trying to. What was my?
You wanted to be a cowboy!
Maybe.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, no, hang on. I thought I died.
hey! No, never mind.
What is it called? Agrita? What is it called when you go, Yoo-hoo? It was like a cowboy term.
I don't know.
You're,
A greeting?
No, it's a certain, like,
Oh, now I remember. No, Pat sent us his full. We saw like a little bit of Pat's cowboy drip, and I was like, "Damn, Pat, you look good. You need to send us a full pic." And he did, and Pat looked great.
It was very funny. I was showing Riley. I'm just like, he got that shit on.
And
For
what's
real.
funny, like I put it on my story, and then Tanner's like, "Where are you, Pat?" Like he was just like I was on another planet.
Yeah, I never swipe up. I'm like, Patrick is at like this rodeo. I'm like, this is not Patrick. I never swipe up on people's Instagram stories. I swiped up. I go, where the fuck are you?
And that's the thing. Like since I've been dating my partner, like I got a chance to just like got to see a lot of new sites, travel to a lot of places. So like that's one of my favorite things. Like, I got to go to New Orleans for the first time last summer. Like even when like we were going places with the art house, like the four of us, we would go. Like I don't think that would have been possible. So like I definitely say, as much as I am sad that the breaking of the fellowship, so to speak, of the art house, like obviously we're also friends, but we're just living different lives now. We're all in different chapters, so like obviously being in this new relationship is definitely helped fill that space. I don't get to see the old gang as much anymore, and something I mentioned, I thought when I would get into a relationship that my social drinking would be a little bit different, but I would say my domestic drinking has gone almost non-existent now, but my social drinking has gotten much more frequent.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I can tell. I can tell you it has. So mine has gone down dramatically, especially in the, like I rarely even drink anymore. So like used to be. I mean, I used to have a legendary alcohol tolerance. I
He
like
had
to
a streak.
think. I also never got hungover. I have like 2 drinks now, and I wake up and I'm like, oh, I need to go to the doctor. Like
Call an ambulance.
I am fucked up. Like if I have a margarita at dinner or something, I'm just like, oh god. And then I see Patrick fucking line dancing at 3 a.m. I'm like, you're older than me, motherfucker. How are you doing this? What are you doing?
It's the hat.
Because Patrick used to be like, Patrick will drink a couple of drinks and Patrick would fall asleep. Now, sometimes they would wake back up and then rebound. But, like, Patrick used to be like, oh, Patrick had 3 Angry Orchards. He's out. And now it's like, oh, Patrick's been out partying for, like, 9 hours.
I mean, you joke. We went with our friends to because we have our best girlfriend, our Judy. We go to places with her all the time, and we went to El Sol's, a big Latin club in Birmingham, and legitimately the first time we went there, we got there early, 9:00. We did not get home until 7:30 in the morning.
Oh my
Like,
god!
Is it 24 hours?
No, because the club closes at 5 a.m. We stayed there till it closed, went to get something to eat, and then drove home. And my partner had to go to work at 9.
Fuck off! Oh no! Oh no!
Bad ape. That's a reference.
That's a reference.
I mean, and Seoul's pretty lit too. Like, you know, it's a big dance floor, big screens, and like they'll like blast me. They'll blast fucking confetti cannons. They'll have people come out with like roses and stuff, and like it's wide open. There are people like one of the funniest things that happened there. Like first time, someone breaks off the corner of a urinal in the men's bathroom.
Awesome.
So it's just like gushing water, and there's like one dude. Maybe I shouldn't say this, but anyway, we're here. We talked about nuclear holocaust. There's one dude, like, he literally has a pile of cocaine in his hand. People just, like, taking little bits, little bumps, and, like, running back out to the dance floor.
Nice.
That's awesome. That reminds me, another cocaine story. This was a couple of years ago at this point. But also, I want to say I've never done cocaine. I think my heart would actually explode.
Yeah.
For real. It scares me. But I had ran into somebody I had went to high school with in the bathroom. They go, "Oh, Tanner, I haven't seen you in forever." I'm like, "Yeah." I was like, "We're here celebrating one of my like wife's friends, like graduations or something." And he was like, "Oh, awesome. You want a bump?" And I'm like, "Huh? Is this how we greet people in 20? It was like 2021, 2022. I'm like, is this how this happens now? I'm like, is it this easy to get cocaine? It was,
Apparently,
it was wild.
I'm just saying, around where we live, I remember cocaine was pretty popular in high school.
Yeah.
I will say the place that I worked back in like 2022 whatever.
Your case is insane.
Well, not only that, but like people were like doing coke in the bathroom like a lot, and also too because we are on campus, so yeah, it's pretty easy now apparently.
I mean, like, honestly, cocaine is a pretty recreational drug, like, especially in queer circles. Like, obviously, not every queer circle is like drugs and like whatever, but like you'd be surprised like how it's like to the almost to the extent that weed is. It's like that's how recreational it is, and like also this was a bit on the podcast. I can't remember which one to listen to, but like it's the level of casualness that comes with drugs now is crazy. Like people are doing fentanyl, like end of life drugs.
Oh yeah.
And it's just like that's normal. Obviously, that's not everybody, but like it's a lot easier to get the crazy shit.
Yeah.
But it's it was just wild to see. Well, that wasn't the first time I saw cocaine at a party we went to, but
This was the first time I had ever been offered cocaine. I was like 25, and I'm like, isn't this like the rich man's drug?
I mean, maybe once upon a time.
Yeah, it's not anymore. It's not like, I mean, Colt has some in his pocket.
Yeah, it's laced with fentanyl.
Okay.
Just kidding. I do not do drugs. of any kind because I'm scared. I don't want to die.
We did establish on the last episode that Colt doesn't even drink, so
Yeah. Yeah, true enough.
I don't drink, but cocaine is my vice.
Oh my god.
Bailey's beating the fuck out of
It's because somebody is shooting a gun outside.
Yeah. I guess we should wrap it up.
I will say that gunshot moved from that side of the yard to that side of the yard. Okay, that's like 100 feet.
The people that live in this house behind like the woods of my house, they have like 4 or 5 acres, and I guess it's just all target shooting ranges. Because like they have shot an AR back there before. Jesus. I'm pretty sure.
Well, how do you like that? We talk about dating. We talk about World War II. We talk about manga. We talk about cowboys. We talk about monkeys. We talk about cocaine.
Yeah. Hey, good luck to whoever names this episode. Couldn't even fucking begin.
The cocaine chimpanzee cowboy.
Wait.
No, Coke, Champs, and Cowboys.
Oh.
I do kind of like.
I got Coke.
I like
Cowboys.
Coke.
Horny Coke chimps and no Coke, horny chimpanzees and cowboys.
Breaking Banter.
Foreskin's back.
No, because we didn't really talk. Foreskin was more the anniversary episode.
I'm just trying to think what the episode pictures come from.
Okay.
Mussolini.
We talk about
Pizza
pizza.
Hut.
We talk about pizza. All right. Well, thank you for listening. We really appreciate it. Obviously, we had our anniversary episode recently, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Celebrating 7 years of the podcast. You know, I really hope you enjoyed this episode. Thank you for being with us for so long. You can follow us or listen to us on SoundCloud, iTunes, somewhere on Google, Spotify, Overcast, wherever you can listen to shit. Leave us a rating, give us 5 stars, tell us feedback, tell us what you like, what you want to hear, or whatever. We appreciate it. We want to know. You can follow us on Twitter at AYCH Podcast. You can follow us on Instagram. You can hear AYCH Podcast. God damn it! If I don't have my sheet with me. Anyway, go follow Cajun Greatness, Instruction Booklet, Backlog BoyZ Pod. They're all great. They all Instruction Booklet's also celebrating their anniversary. So go check them out. Go check out any of the series that we have under our banner. Follow us on Blue Sky, aychpodcast.bsky.social. Follow us on Twitch, twitch.tv/allyoucanhear. Follow us on YouTube, where the VODs from Twitch come from, all you can hear as well. And lastly, you can follow me, Wenzel, on Twitter at WenzelWiki. Follow my art Instagram, Threads, and Blue Sky, World of Wenzel. Follow my Bookstagram, Wenzel Banters. And then my link tree has links for everything, including my letterbox and my Goodreads.
What's up? It's been Tanner. Thank you so much for listening. Go visit violetpeople.co. We've been doing some really good work, some really good podcasting going on over there, some really good wrestling writing, some real smart words, do good wrestling. So go check that out. Go check out Goatee Gang 2011. Came out a couple weeks ago at this point, but go check that out. 2012 is on the table to happen this year. You will not have to wait another year before the next episode. Mike died.
Fuck.
I mean, I'm glad it's just plugs.
That's it. Cut it. But if it doesn't, I'll leave it.
Want me to start my plugs over?
Yeah. Go ahead.
You can follow your boy Tanner nowhere. I'm nowhere. But twitter.com at violent_people for wrestling writing, wrestling review, or not really reviews, wrestling writing, wrestling podcasts. Go check that out. Also, violentpeople.co for all that as well. And go listen to Goatee Gang 2011. Just released that. Goatee Gang 2012 coming at some point this year. Also have a lot of cool stuff in the works. So y'all should just be on the lookout on the AYCH socials. We're cooking.
Hello, this is Patrick. Thank you all so much for listening. We hope you enjoyed. It's been a great month of banter so far, and we hope you can stay on for the rest of the month. We got more great stuff coming your way. You can follow me on any social media platform of your choice. I'm probably there at John Lost His Name. I'm on Twitter, Instagram, Letterboxd, Blue Sky, and Threads. I'm just living my life, and I'm just a cowboy, baby.
Yeah. Don't worry, we're getting to you.
My name Colt.
Go ahead.
Oh, Sasha's picture scared me.
Oh.
My name is Colt. Follow me on Twitter, ColtD00, Blue Sky, ColtD99. Do me a big favor and just watch that scene from American Dad where it's the kids that Stan's friends with, and it's Stan, and it's playing that one song. It's like Wally 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 World, and they're shaking their butts. And what's his name when he's shaking his belly? Barry shaking his belly. Just watch that scene. It's very good.
All right.
Girl, you wanna shop the B12?
You know it's true, girl.
I'm B1 and I'm tons of fun. I'm B2, I want to get with you. I'm B3, want to get with me. I'm B4, I'll make you sore. I'm B5, I'll make you feel alive. I'm B6, I'll pick up 6. I'm B7, I'll take you to heaven. I'm B8 and I am great. I'm B9 and I'm so fine. I'm B10, I remember Ren. I'm B11 and I'm in love with B7. And I'm B12 and together we're boys 12. Girl.